stacking and make it flip, yo. Supplementing the income, did I mention that it's lit, yo? Spitting the truth out, struggle to pick the new route. Tired of living from paycheck to paying bills where I lose out. So I'm investing, no time for the second guessing. Diversifying my cash, can leave all my eggs in one basket, I figure. So that's it, yo. Flipping rap in the crypto, income producing asset. Did I mention that it's lit, yo? I'm on the come up, these brothers getting they ones up, wanna run with us because we show a secure way to level up. I'm on that double dutch, it's a quick trip, NFT flip, check the numbers, I don't need friends. My payment system is so amazing, it came encrypted. It's privacy and security, that's what you were missing. Listen, this ain't no Wi-Fi, it's DeFi, sending currency on the reply. You wanna rewind this, to get a better understanding. Know that welcome was the plan and taking steps to money management. That's how we handle it from peer to peer in the clear. So anything weird couldn't interfere here. Yeah.
Okay, y'all was moving. I heard the song. I'm like, okay. Who rapped that?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to our guy, Creep Show, man, out of New Jersey, Chris Cade.
I shout out to him. Hey, that was riding right there. You know, like,
shout out to my boy Bag on the Beat, man.
Hey, that joint was booming.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, maybe we can get a spin at a party one time, you know.
Hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I DJ at basically all levels at this point now.
Right.
Like,
but for us to kick it off like this, man, welcome to another 1-5 episode of Rapping Crypto on your main man, HUTCH and D, aka HUTCH and D Blockchain, in the building with my brother LJ, aka Blockwolf.blockchain, and our special guest tonight, man, Mr. Deontay Brister, aka DJ COBRUH.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me. Like, I'm truly humbled, and I'm just glad to be here. I'm ready to talk and just kick it and learn too, because you know it's a lot I don't know about crypto and blockchain, and you know I try to take whatever knowledge I can from places. So I truly appreciate y'all taking the time.
Sure, bro. Sure.
Most definitely, man. We definitely appreciate you coming on to the show. I'm gonna toss it up to my brother LJ, man. Go ahead and kick it off, bro.
Hey, man. So y'all know what time it is. It is Wednesday, 9 p.m. for another episode of Rapping Crypto, ladies and gentlemen. I am your main man, LJ. Y'all, we got another special for y'all. You know, my boy DJ COBRUH's in the building, and I could go on for stories for days, man. I definitely know this brother from the CSU, Columbus State University days. Shout out to CSU, man. But you know, I could, like I said, I could go into stories, I could go into different things, but I'm gonna let this brother go ahead and kick it off and you know, talk to him. So brother DJ,
man.
You know, HD, I'm gonna steal your kickoff question, man. You know, if you would, man, tell the people who is DJ COBRUH, bro.
That's fine. Let's
DJ COBRUH, 34, based in Columbus, Georgia. Been DJing since like the Mesozoic era, it feels like now. But you know, grew up here, stuck around for some reason, and just really been kicking it, just taking things a day at a time, witnessing the scene, you know, going through like some nice highs and some, you know, a couple of lows here and there, but you know, it's always part of the game. Like, you know, whatever game that you're playing, whether it's a video game, DJ set, you know, getting into stocks, bonds, getting into, you know, whatever you're into, it's always going to be up and down.
Sure.
But I guess to get to know me is to get to know COBRUH the man, and rather COBRUH the man, Deontay the man. Like I started DJing I want to say about 2011, 2012. I was starting to really show the interest into it. And you know, I'm really going through trying to figure out what I want to do with myself, because I wasn't really in college. Like, I was taking a couple classes, but I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do. Like, I was just trying to figure out something to do while like I was at my parents' place and figuring life out. And you know, I got around some wild guys, like my people at the infamous 99, man, like, which helped get me out my shell. You know, shout out to my man Zero, shout out to my homies Raheem, and you know, everybody else. And through me getting out my shell, encountered so much because they was the extroverted ones. They was the ones that was dancing. They was the ones that was real charismatic and really garnered interest. And I'm hanging out with them. I'm like, I want to contribute too. Like I can't dance, I can't sing or have a really big personality at the time, but I had a pretty good ear for music around that time that people seemed to respect. So I'm like, what, I'll play the music. So I ended up playing the music at like off of iTunes at this apartment. Like I think it might have been Cougar Village. It might have been Cougar Village at that time. I'm not sure. But I started playing the music. I was getting a pretty good response, and then one of my homies ended up spilling soda on my computer.
Oh,
So that's how we started. Like somebody spilling soda on my computer, but I shook back. I got another computer, took some school money, and like I was getting really interested into blending songs. I started seeing my man DJ Matrix Vic and my man DJ Fat Carl. I see them around campus.
Sure.
And it just felt like they was just doing crazy stuff on the board. So I'm hearing Carl like kind of chop and screw songs up in real time. I'm hearing him do all type of like hand tricks and techniques and stuff. I'm like, I want to learn how to do this, messing around. And I just really was starting to take my cue from these guys, starting to kind of get my weight up around campus over time. And I started doing the cons, Nerdicon. I took over from my man BJ Tripp, and this was like right before I was really starting to book event gigs. So this had to be about 2012 and 2013 year Nerdicon, and it was lit. There were people that was students that would tell you that it sounded like we was at the club. Like I was there
100%, bro. At the Davidson Rocket.
We was rocking, and it just other various parts of campus living that I was involved in. I had a really good relationship with the IOTAs, so I helped out with their house parties, and I did a couple of probates for the Sigmas as well. Like they showed love, like good group of guys. I remember the Alpha shut one of our parties down, like that hit a sore spot. But we shook back and kept it moving.
Gotta make adjustments, bro. Adjustments best you can, bro.
And it was all good. And I graduated around 2015, and I think the Nerdicons and stuff, they stopped. I want to say about 2016, 2015. Somebody stole all the money, so like that ended up not being. Try to shake back with Nauticon, partnering up with my boy Darius, and that didn't really stick. Life goes on. And 2014 was like the year I really got started with event DJing, and I was starting to really take an interest, but I was also starting to make money. Actually, like one of your bros. I can't believe I can't forget his. I can't remember his name right now. He had like two names. Light skinned dude, glasses.
Talking about Carl?
Not Carl. Or he was the one that convinced me to invest in speakers, and that's what led me to start.
It gotta be Otto. It gotta be Carl.
Otto. Okay, yeah, Otto. There we go. Yeah.
Because you said light skin with glasses. I was like, yep.
Okay.
Sure.
He was the driving factor in me buying speakers and starting to put myself out there. So it got to the point where I had at least 1 to 2 events per month starting in 2014, like that summer. And I just kept the streak going up until about 2020 when the world just went crazy and things got out of control. But like, my experiences through just navigating through life, growing as a man, growing as a person, getting more into music, finding that love, kind of just maybe even losing sight of things at times. Like it's truly been a journey, and I'm glad that y'all have me on here to just freely talk about it. And, you know, wasn't the easiest, especially with me. You know, I've always been off kilter. I've always been considered either weird or whatever. But I realized I had ADHD. That's all that was. You know, not everybody was used to being around that. So, you know, looking back, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I found more people to really band with that was kind of on that kind of time. But, you know, a couple of stories, you know, DJ at house parties, that was the sweet spot. Like, that was when I was really on the come up and just really developing a love for the game. Like, I met ex-girlfriends just through DJing, you know, a couple girls be at the parties and whatnot. And, you know, I see one, kind of vibe with her, and I stuck around for maybe about a year or two. You know, kicking it with the homies, like Zero, he was doing his thing, maneuvering through the rap scene at the time before he went back to Alabama. And, you know, that was real rewarding. Like, we was traveling around, doing shows in Atlanta, really trying to figure things out, really connecting with the underground acts in the area. That's always been just a love of mine because, like, one, I like being able to help the underdog and helping just go against the grain, because disruption has always been my brand, whether I knew it or not. Because, like, I always did my own thing. I always followed my own rules, went by the beat of my own drum. And there was a lot of times where I doubt myself. It'd be like people that either came after me or people that was running alongside what I was doing that was getting more burn, because, like, you know, I wanted to do more parties. But, you know, my name didn't ring out like that, like, at the time. But, you know, who I was going up against at the time, I mean, it was kind of tough, you know, going up against Vic, going up against Carl, going up against DJ Fresh, who's fantastic, you know what I'm saying? Like, another fantastic DJ based in the Columbus area.
DJ Brad.
You know, DJ Brad, like, he was killing the scene. He's still killing it out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he does a little bit of everything at a high level as well. And so, you know, trying to break in the scene, trying to figure out where I could pick my spots, take my shots and whatnot. And yeah. Just trying to let me see. I'm gonna go back to about 2018. 2018 was the first year I had a residency in Columbus. That was when I was starting to work around Circa, and I was doing this night, open mic night, where I would work with some of the talent here, and I was doing that with Sabrina, and we was getting a nice little buzz there, and it felt like we were building a level of camaraderie within the scene. And, like, that was where I met my people, Earl, Bell Jolie, I forgot his rap name, but Jelani Williams, like, he be helping with quarterbacks and stuff. Like, he's mad nice. Mark Hall, who's been buzzing lately, you know, he was around. I think who else was really kind of rapping? My man, Big Rick, one of my favorite acts. It's your boy, Big Rick. He got this booming voice, long hair. You would think he was about to sing R&B, but he was my man was out here saying some of the wildest stuff you can hear on record. Boy, it's Big Rick, baby. Like, I remember that was like his catchphrase around that time. Just building relationships, trying to do good business. I always try to take pride in my professionalism and how I don't, you know, screw nobody over. I play the times that, you know, I'm contracted to play. And, you know, throughout that time, I've had my share of people who have either gotten over at times because I ain't know better, or tried to get over, and I had to just go ahead and, you know, cut that out. You know, like, I had an experience with the lounge semi-recently. Like, you know, they wasn't exactly moving right, and I ended up having to exit out that situation. And it kind of bugged me out. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I was like, man, my own people, they gonna try to move like this, like because things was not panning out how we expected it to. We had like some real bad rain for like 3 weeks, and you know how Columbus people are when it comes to anything.
Like,
rain started up, I'm like, we ain't going nowhere, which I understand. Don't get me wrong. But,
So my first question is, how do you keep the energy of the party going, man? Like, do you have that one specific person in the background like hyping the crowd up, or do you have that? What's some of your techniques you use?
I try to lock in on good energy in the crowd. I try to see who's the most reactive, because a lot of DJing is reacting to people reacting. Like you see people that might be a little bit more bold. I try to key in on those people. Those are the movers.
Right.
Those are the ones that are going to get the other people dancing. Those are going to be the ones that get the other people to buy in. And just kind of knowing your base, knowing your crowd, knowing what people like to move to, knowing the generalities of the demographics that you're serving as well. Now, you're not always 100% correct. Don't get me wrong. Because I might play something where I think it might be about to hit, and then this crowd's not really familiar with that song. So, just being ready to adjust and readjust is just key, and being quick on your feet as well. But more than anything, just having that background knowledge and communication with your venue, it is extremely important that everybody is working together and is on the same page. Because like when you feel like you're in the dark or you're not exactly on the same page as the venue, that's when all the BS starts up, and that's when feelings either get hurt or people just end up kind of moving out of pocket. So I emphasize communication, and once it's kind of established that the venue or the people working behind the venue are either not good communicators or move kind of shiesty, whenever I ask questions, that's when I just decide to remove myself from the situation altogether. But going back to the question, I know I kind of talked around.
Oh no, go ahead.
Just keying in on the people that's really bold. Like now granted, if it's just dead, then that's only so much you can do there. But
So what would you say, just kind of piggybacking off that question, what would you say probably your most diverse crowd has been, and what did you do to kind of create an even balance for that diverse crowd?
College crowds, for sure. I think that's probably the most balanced crowds that you can run into. I did a gig at Emory a couple months ago, and it was very interesting because one, it had been a while since I had played a bit younger to my own age, but also a lot of Afro beats. I didn't expect for them to really go crazy for the Afro beats. And of course, I coordinated with the event staff, and I think it might have been the head of the business club department that really emphasized the love for Afro beats. But yeah, I was like, okay, like like I didn't not expect, but it was a lot more Afro beats that I played than I really expected to at that time.
Wow.
But it was a lot of mainstream type stuff that would that was requested.
Oh, like Burna Boy.
Like your Burna Boys and everything.
Yeah.
Like Tyler, like that Water song was still really extremely popular, and getting spins on TikTok and everything.
Yeah,
but
man, social media has been taking different types of music genres and different things to a whole another level. It's crazy.
Yes, sir. Like with it being rap and crypto, like social media has directly changed how rap is consumed.
For sure.
Like I can't even say I dislike it. I just more so acknowledge it as this is the time that we're in, and I'm just more so prepared to adapt rather than to just slam off the top of my head.
For sure.
Like keeping afloat of trends, figuring out Billboard and everything, especially for the venues that I either play at or will play at. Like I just try to keep note of trends. That way I could keep that demo that comes in happy enough. I still want to like kick my own flavor and to really give them, you know, the pieces of what I have to offer as a DJ. So I don't want to fully commit to trends, but I don't want to be bullheaded enough to ignore them either, because that's how either you get booed or that's how you get kind of dismissed from places as well. Or, you know, maybe like you won't be a vibe fit or whatever. So like my mentality is gonna be of a get ready, or excuse, of a stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Sure. HD, no, that's one of our favorite lines, man.
Yes, sir.
Get ready, man. So I guess for like an up and coming DJ who may just be getting started off, or somebody who's thinking about starting it up, what would be some good advice that you would give somebody that's looking to do that?
Always keep the music in the forefront, no matter what you decide to do, and play from the place that you believe in your heart. I know it sounds like some anime type stuff or whatever, but I'm so serious, because when you start kind of shifting into bag mode, then, you know, it's going to really become a job, and you're going to develop maybe some level of a distaste for it, or you're going to be like, go plug in type stuff. Like it's going to be more of the job sector than the hobby enjoyment sector. So I always advise people, make sure you keep the music in the forefront. Love the music that you play. Love the music that you want people to react to. Like, and make sure you're still in love with the party. Now, like, you fall out of love with the party, you gotta stop DJing. That's like my rule. You know, you become a grouchy old person and you ain't really trying to be out there. You become a grouchy unk. It's time to go sit down and figure out something else to do with it. And also, you know, don't judge your audience base either.
That's fair. So, man, oh man, there's so many different ways that we can tackle this, man. Actually, we're a little bit further in the show. So, based off of your knowledge that you have, what do you see changing for those in the DJ industry when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency and different things within the Web3 and technology sector?
I know very, very little on this subject, but with DJing, maybe I could see DJs creating exclusive sets that are tied to blockchain, or maybe even exclusive edits and remixes that could be tied to there as well, as maybe some level of currency that could be used. That would be my guess off the top of my head.
That's dope. So HD, you kind of want to jump in. I know you want to you want to tap in this a little bit. I know. Well, you know what? I'll jump in first. What I'll say is this: to piggyback off of what you said, that is actually amazing. So the way I look at it is really simplistic. So different things, like we remember back in the day when Wayne was dropping his mixtapes and different things, and we're looking at the different mixtapes, the DJs dropping specific mixtapes, and we're looking forward to like the DJ dramas and DJ screams and things like that.
Yes,
so
sir.
Really, because those projects were based the way that they were, now we can see mixtapes being consumed at a different rate of, okay, well, mixtapes used to be free. Well, now mixtapes are now exclusive, and we sell those specifically only on the blockchain, and those people who will go and purchase those NFTs or digital collectibles, or however people decide to market their music and their art, they're now put in a situation where they can actually expand and go into different sectors. So maybe let's just say somebody says, well, I don't want to completely cut out my audience that's been loyal to me from the jump. Well, you basically create a basic mixtape, and then you go onto the blockchain and you create the deluxe versions, and you put the deluxe versions only via blockchain. I mean, there's a couple other avenues, but HD, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I mean, you got other avenues like DJ creating a playlist like on Audius, like having your listeners go in there and basically getting paid to listen to your playlist, and you get paid for creating the playlist. You know what I mean? Because like with Audius, you can like basically connect your Audius profile up, and we're coming soon to like Decentraland because they have the Audius radio station. So I imagine your playlist getting played on there, and people hearing your ad lib like DJ COBRUH in the background, like through your playlist. You know what I mean? It's,
And like what was mentioned about the Wayne mixtapes and stuff, I didn't even think about that, but I feel like you might be familiar with this. There's a super exclusive Wu-Tang album that got sold to that Farmer Bro guy, Martin Shkreli. I think it was Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. That's what it's called. And now he has to go to court because he was producing unauthorized copies of that album. And I'm like, I feel like, I guess more versions of maybe that kind of currency. Yeah, like y'all really just like put like the connectors together for me there. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, because like blockchain and music is gonna be one of the biggest things of this year, and especially with you being a DJ, like you controlling the crowds and controlling the functions and stuff. It's like basically you're like the orchestra of the music. You know what I mean? So like with blockchain, is basically just leveling up the playing field. So um my thing is, have you decided to like collaborate with other artists, and like have you tried to like create a digital collectible as a NFT?
Not yet. Like I'm very green when it comes to crypto knowledge. So like I was hoping to learn something when I got on here. So being able to create in real time and being able to get paid in residuals, that sounds like a fantastic type venture for me. I've definitely been planning to move to more digital ventures with DJing as well.
So like since you're like I said, man, like since you're a big fan of the underground, I mean, I would if I was you, I would get all those underground artists, um, bring them all together, create a playlist, create on Audius, or we have certain platforms like the Booming, and I would just like create a feature. Like you could be the next, who knows, next DJ drama of Web3.
That was like one of my little dreams that I had growing up. I didn't tell too many people this, but I thought like DJ Drama was like the coolest DJ ever growing up. The way you yell at people and play great music. Like my man, like pay attention. I'm like, oh.
Like, and it's crazy because like as we think about it, like even more like from just that basic scope that we just explained, like there's other things that you can do to kind of expand. So like for instance, let's just say you're like, okay, well, I want to go from just being the DJ to I want to basically host what I'm doing. So let's just say you're like, listen, I want to be able to get a bunch of underground artists to come and perform, and I want to basically do it in an open place, whether you want to charge for it, whether you want to do a free event. There's so many different avenues that you can go about it, but basically doing it in a metaverse space and hosting events in a metaverse space that allow people to show up virtually. And like I said, if you want to do a ticket, the place that we try and use a lot of times is spatial.io. Spatial.io allows you to basically create NFTs. Once you've created the NFT, you can go and token gate your space, which basically means in order for people to get into that space, they have to have the NFT. Well, now you've created a ticket system for that space. So people can basically, you can buy one-time concert tickets, or if you want to make it so that basically every time you drop a certain amount of tickets, you can get lifetime memberships via the concert tickets. But just being able to host it in different spaces and being able to give people different, ways and avenues of being able to get exposure and work in blockchain. So, I mean, not just being able to create those playlists and not just being able to create those digital collectibles through whether it's the albums, whether it's just singles or whatever the case is, but also being able to host events with it as well.
Okay. And what was it called again?
So we would use spatial.io for something like that. But I mean, there's so many different ones.
You got VR chat. You got you also got what is it? OVR, which basically that's a great one because you can basically have a real virtual room inside there.
Some people use like crypto voxels. And I mean, there's a lot of the popular ones. Decentraland is another one.
World.
That people, Super World. A lot of people use different places for different things. I mean, it just depends on the aesthetics that you want, and the different respect levels. Because I mean, of course, for places like Decentraland, you have to go buy plots of land in order to build onto the plots of land. Whereas, like with Spatial, you can go in, start a free account, and you can basically build up a space. Of course, they have template spaces, but you can put different designs, change the color of the rooms and things like that, set it up and do everything straight from the go. So I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, your avenue. But I mean, there's so many different ones out there. And man, listen, we listed a few, but there's so many more that could be listed for sure.
Or like what's called too, man. Don't forget you got Sandbox too. Like shout out to the rap token community. Also, you got with Decentraland, you can also rent. You can rent a room. You can rent pieces of land.
And so, like Miss Ruby just put up on the screen, this is where we normally do our live show via the metaverse. So sometimes we switch it up a little bit, go into the metaverse. And so, like, whereas we literally are streaming right now via StreamYard, we would go into the metaverse and we would literally stream via StreamYard from the metaverse, and it would basically show up just like a regular live show. So, I mean, there's a couple of different, like I said, there's a couple of different avenues. We don't charge for people to show up to this yet. So it's not token gated, but it's an open thing for people to jump into. But I mean, like I said, everybody has free access to this. You can go on spatial.io, create an account right now, and it won't charge you a cent. Now, in order to upgrade to the pro account and different things, that is going to cost money. But, everybody can do their own research on that and check everything out. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, there's so many different avenues and realms to this stuff, bro. So many ways.
Because of a virtual room, that sounds like something I would like to do at some point.
For sure. Matter of fact, I know a couple of folks, so you're around my age range. Do you remember something called IMVU?
IMVU? That sounds...
It's like, it was when we was like in high school and stuff. So they used to do like these 3D avatars and like do virtual chat rooms with them. Well, the crazy thing is a lot of this metaverse stuff, which I tell people all the time who know what that is literally, it was metaverse stuff. We were literally introduced into that. I mean, The Sims. It was
okay, we here. Yeah.
Yep.
Did a quick Google. I'm like, okay.
Yep. So it's one of those things where it's all been used before. So like I tell people with spatial.io, it reminds me a lot of what they did with IMVU. But of course, you're able to edit your avatar a little bit. Like it's a lot more that is integrated into it, especially with Unity. Okay. What'd you say, bro?
I said, especially with like Unity, being able to use like the Unity developing software inside of spatial.io, which gives them more of the real world aspects. Especially like with I'm drawing a blank. What's the other software I got on my computer right now? Oh, Blender. I'm sorry. Yeah, with Blender.
That was actually IMVU is still running, guys.
I know IMVU is still running. Yeah, like
it's crazy, right?
It's old school, but still I haven't used it since I was like 11 or 12. So yeah, but I mean, it's just like, go ahead, bro. My fault.
Oh, that was just a big memory unlock for me. I was
hey, bro, because most people be like, I don't even remember that. And the only reason why I remember that is because I was doing a deep dive on like a lot of metaverse spaces and stuff. And so when I was going through, you know how they had the little ads on the side of the websites, and that ad popped up, and I was like, bro, there's no way this is still going. And sure enough, like it's Ruby pulled up, the website was still up there and everything. People can go in there and interact in there. But I mean, like I said, it's just it's so many different aspects, bro. So many different aspects to this. HD, you got anything else? Because I know we gotta keep getting into this interview, man.
I know. I guess that popped in my head right now, man. I'm just thinking about so many different aspects that he can go with, like being a DJ inside the Web3. Especially, make sure that you go get your domain name as well, because you can accept, like, I know how DJs basically accept like donations for cash for like playing a song on the playlist. So like you'll be able to accept cryptocurrency with your like domain name. So it'd be like DJ COBRUH.crypto or DJ COBRUH.blockchain. inside your MetaMask wallet.
Okay.
And then, so with that, if you want to check that out, you can go to Unstoppable Domains. And Unstoppable Domains, you can basically search up and make sure everything like I tell people all the time, I get your government name, I get your DJ name, I get any nicknames that you got, and that's just being able to have that ownership on the blockchain. Some people get a couple of them, some people get all of them. It just depends, but especially your name and stuff. I mean, I would get all of them. .crypto, .x, all of them from top.
I definitely have to grab. This.
For
I'm taking notes. I'm listening.
For sure. But like you said, you can connect it to your MetaMask, and then when people want to pay you, it's just like Cash App. Basically, if they're trying to send you crypto, they'll say, well, what's the wallet address? You literally give them your domain name. So like, let's just say you did djcobruh.crypto. You would tell them to type in djcobruh.crypto, send whatever donation they're trying to send. It'll immediately go to your wallet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Technology is wonderful.
Hey, man, I love it, bro. I love it. I love it.
People be saying, I'm like, we in the future? I'm like, nah, we in the future for real.
Sure. So, well, HD, go ahead. You got the next question, bro. You got the next question.
Hey, let's see.
I know which way you want to go. You want to dive more into the block. You're gonna get us if we turn it into class, man.
I know, man. Yes, please do. Because what's my next question? So with DJing, man, how has it been? How has it been being a DJ, starting out? What can you say, has been your fun moments and been your bad moments?
The fun moments is always aspiring for something. When I'm trying to get a residency somewhere, or I'm trying to get more work on the weekends, doing weddings and everything. The come up is always fun. Yeah, but I would say when I was really getting into my event bag, that was some of the most fun I had, mainly because I was DJing weddings. It's just nothing but joy all around you when you play weddings. The only stressor is just making sure you play everything on time. But you say the same thing about Probase as well.
Sure. Yeah.
And
those used to be crazy.
No, I would say the low points is the misunderstandings. I played for this one family. It wasn't the most enlightened group, and I don't feel like I was a culture fit for them. They was asking for all types of super duper niche music that was real underground. I'm like, I don't know none of these artists. This is a step away from local at the time.
Sure.
I can because I'm not gonna ever act like I'm the super best DJ ever. I will say that I'm good though, but I'm not gonna say that I'm infallible or that I don't make mistakes, because that's impossible. But this family was so aggy. They asked me for all type of requests. I'm like, I'm about to walk out at this point. And then they wanted me to stay an extra hour. I'm like, I'm about to go. I'm not trying to be around. Because the vibes were just not good. And I think another probably low, it was definitely that lounge I was at. I was trying to do karaoke for it. I also karaoke DJ as well. That's the bulk of my residencies at the moment. I'm still trying to probably get on somewhere as just a regular DJ whenever that opportunity opens up. But where I'm at with that, I need to create that opportunity. If I try to keep on asking to try to get into places, everywhere right now in Columbus is more so on the grown and sexy wave. And I'm like, that comes with an expectation to DJ a specific kind of way. And I'm like, I'm kind of more on the artsier side of things right now. So I try to pick the spots that work for me at the moment. And I guess what would be the next question?
I was about to say, what would you say is probably the most creative thing you've done with your artistry in terms of DJing?
The most creative thing that I've done. I feel like this is kind of an abstract answer, but the most creative thing that I've done was just I get to live the life and experiences that I've lived because of DJing. Like I've encountered very interesting people because of that. I've encountered very interesting situations, like just being able to DJ at A3C, like that was like fantastic. I got to work with a artist, my man Lee Durham. I think that was his name. It's been a minute since I talked to him, but my man Lee, like we had put together like a nice creative set, and you know, we was at A3C, and we gelled really well together. And I'm doing something similar to that, working with my man D Sam. We're gonna try to put something together this summer, and really just kind of showcase his talents, but also kind of showcase my creativeness as well, and just doing like real life skits and doing stuff to keep the audience engaged, kind of on some Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff type stuff.
Summer.
You know,
Hey man, that Jazzy Just combination is sick. So that's dope.
That album came out when I was born, 1989, man.
same year. Like great inspiration. That was back when the DJ was the premier act. So much has changed since then, and that's okay.
So let's switch it up a little bit. So
Okay. Talk to me.
top 5 artists, man. Who you got, bro? And if
Top
you
five.
need to do 10, go ahead and do 10. But who's your top 5?
Man, is it just rap, or are we just? You know, I'll keep it rap. It's rap and crypto.
I was going to say, let's do rap first, and then I mean, if you want to do just in general, we can do in general next.
Oh, I'll keep it rap.
For sure.
My number one right now is Kendrick. Like, I was always a Kendrick fan, but
For sure.
my man he stamped himself.
Man, what?
He has stamped himself.
With the size
This year.
with the size 7 man's on.
Hey, listen. He might not got a big foot, but he stepped all over that guy. That's all I'm gonna say there.
Big stepper for sure.
Like big stepper. But like Kendrick number one. I don't think the rest of this is really in any particular order. Jay, he's always gonna be one of my favorites.
We're talking Jay-Z or J. Cole.
You know what? I might have to put both of them in there. You know, people been giving Cole a lot of flack, but
You were.
you know what I'm saying? Like he's an everyman talent. Like he's the rapper that you want to go out and, you know, maybe grab a beer with or actually kick it with. And I think that's extremely important in this genre. And let's see. We talking just all time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, all time. Okay, let me get myself together. All time. After Jay, yay. You know, I was a big Kanye fan, man. I don't know what happened. I kind of know what happened, but when I see Kanye today compared to, you know, when I was a kid and when I was a young adult, I'm like, man. But he's put out too much greatness for me to not have him in my top 10. You know, and, you know, we mentioned Wayne earlier. Wayne's got to be there.
Sure.
You know, like he changed the mixtape game. I'm checking for Drought 3 downloads and everything. I'm like, nah, I gotta.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta listen to my man like No Ceilings. I'm like, my man was like blacking out. He's cracking out. Carter 3 was a crazy moment in the genre. You know what I'm saying? Like he's doing things that we will never see again.
Whoa. You've got the dedication, man.
Oh, dedication. Oh, I didn't forget, but you know what I'm saying? Dedication, like too many moments and changing the way that mixtapes are perceived in community as well. you know, Chance the Rapper, he don't win no Grammy or a mixtape without Wayne paving the way for him.
True.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And then after Wayne, I gotta put Drake in there. I'm not saying that reluctantly, but you know, till formal charges are introduced, he is in my top 10. His body of work and output has been insane.
That's crazy.
You know, this is like he's the modern number 2.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
How many artists was that?
You had about 7. You had about 7.
About 7. Okay, 3 more. Lupe. Okay. You know, Lupe, he was like one of my favorite rappers of all time. Like Food and Liquor, cool, like back to back, like crazy moment in time. He was really putting on for the Nerds, Revenge of the Nerds mixtapes. Like he was really going crazy.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Oh, I'm saying chat.
Oh yeah. I was about to say. I think we almost at commercial time. So before we get your last 2,
Okay.
let's go ahead and jump back into this right after this commercial break, y'all.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
Y'all. So that was a commercial brought to y'all by the P2G Networks. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you head over to p2gnetworks.com for getting any information in regards to any of the shows, the programs, or the classes that are offered. And please, please, please do not hesitate to head straight over there after the show, during the show, whatever you got to do. Make sure y'all check those out because this is education to save the nation. Again, I will say this is education to save the nation. Now, jumping back into it, let me go ahead and get your last 2 for your top 10, and then we're gonna go ahead and go into a top 10 of our own.
All right, so all right. I don't know if I should count them as one, but I'm gonna say Outkast.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like both of them, we know who they are. 3 Stacks, Big Boy,
Sure.
Real Steppers, Real Spitters.
Sure.
And then that other one, I'm gonna say Nas. I remember I listened to a lot of Nas growing up. Like my dad, he left some albums with me. I was like, okay, like and that kind of helped really spark my dive into hip hop as a genre. So
That's dope. Well, with that being said, we appreciate that, brother. It definitely has been a fun interview, and we would love for you to come on for a part 2. And I actually got an idea for a part 2. I was sitting here cooking and thinking about it while
man.
So I'm not gonna spoil the fun for the people, but we'll talk
about the show
for sure. But
we gotta
go ahead.
We gotta get the last question. It's not a question, but you know, hey, do you have a question for us?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I mean, y'all know y'all like top 3s or just 3 rappers y'all respect or like. Let me hear that real quick.
Top 3, Kendrick.
Top 3.
No, in all seriousness, that's hard. Kendrick and Cole definitely go in, and if I'm not, I shouldn't necessarily say all time because all time's kind of hard. Because I will say with music in my life, it has gone through phases. So like,
yes, it does.
When I was younger, it was the Wayne and everything. I mean, when we was in high school, we was listening to Gucci Man and stuff. I mean, it's a lot of different areas that I have gone into. But if we're talking about right now, I know you said 3, but we're gonna have to throw around. I got J. Cole in rotation, Kendrick in rotation, and a little bit of Drake in rotation here and there. I mean, at the end of the day, 2011 Drake is a classic for sure.
Take care, man.
I mean, of course. If we're looking at, I mean, Lupe's another hitter for sure. I mean, I could go on Wale, another one.
He deserves more flowers. I'll say that much.
What folks slept on him, and I mean, the crazy thing is, he's that child that got slept on out of the big three that we talk about. Because I mean, he was one of them, and I mean, Big Sean's another one that deserves to be in that conversation. I mean, granted, most people be like, "Well, his body of work, I don't care." If we're talking about lyricism and artists, bro, Big Sean, there's 5 people that deserve to be in that conversation. I mean,
Big Sean cracked on my list like for a good minute. Like Only Famous 3 tape. Like yeah, I was like, okay, nah, he rapping crazy right now.
I'll give you my 6 for as of right now. My 6 right now is Kendrick, Cole, Drake, Big Sean, Big Crit, Absol.
Man, I hate that Crit didn't get on this list because that's why I said I could go on for days. But yeah, Crit's another one. Another one for sure.
Man, because like that Mount Olympus, instead of going off on the control beat, classic.
You right.
Only person to give a legit response to the control verse.
Right.
One of the few people.
Right. For sure. And like it's crazy because a lot of those artists, it's like the things that during the time like Catalactica, HD
he was going crazy. Like
Catalactica was
he was putting on the country folks, man. Like they're not represented like that for real. Not right now.
Sure.
Well, Cole's representing for us because he's from the Carolinas.
For sure. That's fair. But I mean, just when we talking country, like deep down in the South country, I mean,
he did go mudding in that video, so I can't really take away like his country card. So I understand, but
that's fair.
But Crib was needed.
The honorable mentions. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I mean, listen to So Dope's another one that like definitely gone too soon, but he was another lyricist that was
almost where the hatred is, man. I hate that happened to him.
So him, and then another one that I listened to that's actually pretty straight. Big X the Plug. I fool with Big X.
He's been nice.
Big Za Plug, as people call him.
And also, man, no honorable mention, man. Gone too soon, Dolph, man.
For sure, bro.
Facts,
bro. I was trying not to go there.
Key Glock been doing his thing though. Like,
for sure.
And another one gone too soon. Nip.
Yep.
Agreed.
Neighborhood, man. I can't leave out Neighborhood.
You right. But hey, man, we can probably do this for like the next hour for sure, bro. We're gonna keep artists show. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know what time it is. Man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this, and y'all know this is one of our favorite things to say. We are not financial advisors. Please understand that this information we are about to provide in these different coins and tokens that we're about to go over, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is based off the research and knowledge that we attain by going and doing our own research and knowledge. So what I need you guys to do is do the same, but also understand again that this is not financial advice. But with that being said, y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the Rapper Crypto Top 10 for the week. HD, start us off. Where we at? I got some normal heat for the week. What we got, bro?
Let's see who I'm gonna go with. I want to throw something out there. Probably Revolt.
Okay, Revolt is definitely gonna be a hitter. Yeah, we're gonna put Crow in there. Crypto.com coin for sure. Crow coming in at number 9. Gotta fool with the Crow coin.
Man, Crow is nice, man. Especially with all the pushing that's going on. I'm gonna go number 8. I'm gonna go XRP.
Okay, stole one of mine. Love it. Shoot, if we're in that XRP realm, let's talk about Tezos XTZ. XTZ coming in for number 7. Excuse me, number 6. I'm tweaking. What you got for number 5, bro?
I'm gonna go Tezos, man.
No, I just had Tezo.
Oh man, I didn't hear you. My bad. I didn't hear you properly.
You good? I know exactly what you're doing right now. Wait a minute, let me check something real quick. Yeah, man, Tezo. So what you got for number 5?
Man, I got the Rooney network, man. Basically the new blockchain for gaming concepts.
That's dope. Ooh. You know what? We're going to go Mana, Decentraland. Since you said gaming, let's go Mana, Decentraland.
Man, All right. So what? I'm at what, number 3?
Yeah, 3 for sure.
Since we got a DJ in the building, man, like I told him earlier, we're gonna go audience.
Bet audience music for sure. Number 2. Well, since we were talking about NFTs earlier, I would be remiss not to. So Polygon, y'all make sure y'all check out that Polygon, especially when y'all looking at digital collectibles and NFTs. HD, number 1. What we got, bro?
Number 1.
Give us a good one.
Man, I'm gonna go Gala Music, man. They making some big moves right now.
For sure. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that was not financial advice. If you missed any of those, please make sure you rewind this and play this back. And I mean, if you missed any of this interview, which was a fire interview, y'all got to make sure y'all run this back again. We definitely got to get a part 2 in. But ladies and gentlemen, please, not only make sure y'all go to the P2G Network website, but make sure y'all tune into the Black Girls in Web3 on Friday nights. Make sure y'all attend the status correction on Saturdays. And make sure, again, like I said, y'all are checking in to see what classes are going on, what things are going on with P2G Networks. But ladies and gentlemen, man, listen, it's been another awesome show. Brother DJ COBRUH, we greatly appreciate you coming on to the show, man.
Appreciate y'all having me, man. I had a good time.
Sure, bro, for sure. And like I said, that part 2, we're gonna have to go ahead and chop it up a little bit. And I mean, even if it don't work out the way I'm thinking we might be able to do this, I mean, we still got to get you on for a part 2. And I mean, we got to do it in the metaverse for sure, bro.
I'm with it.
For sure.
Let me know.
For sure. But yeah, man, HD, what we got, bro?
All right, man. So, man, make sure you guys tune in. Stay tuned in next week on Wednesday at 9 p.m. Another special guest, another episode of on the P2G Networks, another live coming to you on X platform. Shout out Twitter and YouTube. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. It helps the algorithm, helps us keep growing on the channel, basically, man. And DJ COBRUH, bro, like I said, appreciate you coming on the show. Till next week, y'all. Let's get it.
Some blessings, y'all.